13. 13 years of my life I was using this membrane keyboard, and it's as reliable as a Swiss watch. Just imagine, for 13 years not a single button began to stick. I only recently knew about double clicks, and only after I became interested in mechanical keyboards. Only recently, on the most used buttons, the font began to be erased. I was fully satisfied with this keyboard. It had everything, except the backlight. My eyes fell on the mechanical keyboards because I heard a lot about their reliability. I surfed the net and found out how the keyboards work at all. In meantime, visiting different online stores in order to touch by myself top-end keyboards like HyperX and others. As always, the main obstacle to buy something was the lack of money. And I think it's clear that not everyone is ready to spend so much money on the keyboard. And as you may be understood, I bought the mechanical keyboard from Aliexpress. And my biggest mistake was to buy it with blue switches. And everything is because I thought like this is a mechanical keyboard. The sound of it needs to be relevant. Like, what is the sense in mechanical keyboard which is not making relevant sounds? And you may say that I'm idiot because mechanical keyboards have faster response, are more reliable, and even have more switches to choose from. Let's start with reliability. How do the presence of mechanisms makes the thing more reliable? I can't understand this, and the keyboard's membrane can lose elasticity up to 100 years, so everything depends on the quality. Faster response? Well, yes, but expensive membrane keyboards also have fast response, and the choice of switches are really the thing which makes sense to buy a mechanical one. There are white, blue, black, red, whatever you want, everyone will find the switches that he likes. These colors actually determine what properties the switch will be endowed with. There are clicky, tactile, linear, and I have clicky ones. And god, how clicky they are! Let me tell you more details about this keyboard. It costed around $42 for me. The name of it is pretty dumb. Have it. Surprisingly, it even doesn't smell like a Chinese shit. It doesn't have a smell at all. The box is almost without inscriptions. The kit includes only the manual, a puller for removing the keys, and a stand for a hand. This is open-type keyboard, popularly called skeleton. This is one of the most common types of keyboards. It's full-sized, 104 keys with a number pad. It was possible to take the keyboard without the numpad, but what if it comes in handy? There is some place on my table, so I took this one. It has the black braided wire and I don't know, my old keyboard has a regular wire and it's almost like new, just look at it. And yes, I'm the guy using PS2 connector in 2022. And someone there says like, why is it on the new motherboards? Here is your answer: to connect the classics. In the manual, in an understandable language, all key combinations for changing the backlight are described. But personally for me, all these combinations are completely useless, because all I need is just the static backlight and that is all. Cyrillic illuminates a little worse than Latin, but in the dark everything can be seen perfectly. It remains only to win yourself to turn on the light every time before typing the text. Keys, or keycaps, made with ABS plastic. With the double shot technology, it's when keys are made from two types of plastic, from black and white. Inside, the second protrudes outward in the form of a symbol. Therefore, on this type of keys, the letters will never be erased. Stabilizers work fine. The keys themselves are rough, which is nice. The following is very important information. Their weight is 127 grams versus 113 grams from old keyboard. It has Jigsaw switches, which is a copy of the famous Cherry MX. The seller claims that they will withstand 50 million clicks. It's hard to believe and I certainly will not check it, but okay. The substance on which the switches are located is made of metal, the bottom is rubberized, and the top where the folding legs are isn't. It doesn't slide on the table, the palm rest is also rubberized. And it's adjustable. The keyboard attachment is made cleverly but in a stupid way. Don't recommend you to take it off often. Many people do a twist test, but I bought the keyboard to print on it, not to twist it. In general, the keyboard isn't bad and it's worth its money, but I really doubt that it will live as long as my old keyboard. Its name is Ciccone, which is pretty cute, and this is an incredible level of quality. Judging by the condition of the membrane, it will outlive 3 more of these mechanical keyboards. Unfortunately, people don't make quality products like this anymore, and even if they do, then for a lot of money. If you buy a similar keyboard, then do not take it on blue switches. Painfully loud they click and it's really difficult to play games on such, but they are very comfortable to type on them. Pure pleasure, much cooler than on the membrane one. For games, better to buy the keyboard with red switches, they are linear and do not have this clicking sound. Specifically, this keyboard can also be on red switches. Don't miss one more thing, there are models with LED backlight and RGB. Take RGB because almost on every Chinese keyboard LED backlighting looks stupid and eye-catching. Yes, RGB will cost a little more, but I think it's worth it. Also want to add a couple words about my old keyboard. Do you want to see what happened for 7 years without cleaning? I wasn't cleaning it for 7 years, and if you're eating, better stop eating and turn this video off. Get ready for this, it's really awful. That's how dirty a keyboard can be. It's abundantly littered with the products of my life. By touching this keyboard you can pick up disease unknown to mankind, immunity from which only me and Michael Jackson have. But after dismantling and washing this keyboard in caustic soda, it again acquired its original appearance, like the new one. I think this is the best keyboard of this company. Share this video with your friends, it's very important on this stage of our channel. Don't buy keyboards with blue switches and press like button under this video, subscribe on my channel, goodbye.